In this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to hire a setter that books 5 to 10 calls per day, step by step. Now, what I'm about to show you right here makes me $76,000 per month at 16 years old and is booking us literally a ridiculous amount of sales calls. So let's get right into it. The first thing I want to tell you is don't make these mistakes. If you make these mistakes right here, it's honestly going to literally ruin everything, and it's going to set you back a lot of time with the progress that's lost. And the first thing is timing and volume, because most people hire setters too early. So don't hire a setter until you have a minimum of 10 to 20 leads per day. Until then, it's not worth your time, it's not worth your energy. You need to put that time and energy into your top of funnel. And the reason why is because honestly, a setter's just going to get bored at that amount, and after a bit of time they're just going to quit the role, right? So you may as well just focus on your top of funnel before introducing that friction point of a setter so that you can then scale. From there, processes. Don't place the setter and expect them to perform. You need an exact protocol and flow for them to follow. I'll break that down later, but essentially you want a step-by-step protocol and flow for an appointment setter to follow, so there's no confusion, there's no not knowing what to say. It's literally templatized. You literally synthesize success into one simple process. And the final thing is literally experience, because I see so many people compromise and hire someone new to setting thinking they can train them. But the truth is, instead of trying to train someone, just hire someone who's already good, because there's so much of setting that can't be taught. Because fundamentally, setting is being good at conversations and being good at understanding other humans. And that isn't a natural, that doesn't just, it's not something you can learn, okay? You can't just learn to be good at humans, and you can't do that quickly. You need someone who already knows how to do it and who's already been doing it. So make sure that they've been on an offer in the past, that they've been crushing it on their past offer, and then review the conversations that they've been running. Please make these before even thinking about getting into hiring a setter. Once you've done these things, you need to make sure, once again, you're getting 10 to 20 leads per day, you have a setting flow built, and you've built out your expectations. I'll get into that in a moment here. When it comes to a setting flow, how do you actually make one? Well, it really depends if you're selling to consumers, B2C, or businesses, B2B. Now, on this board, I've actually added in literal templates that I've created for my internal clients for B2B and B2C setting, which you can literally copy right now. If you want, just DM me the word on Instagram. Actually, don't even bother a word. Just say, hey Liam, I saw this video. Can I have the board? And I'll send you this board. And yeah, it'll basically have the entire setting flow here for B2B and B2C. And yeah, you should essentially use those to give to your setter. And then it's literally you've synthesized the process of booking an appointment, right? Let's say there's a stranger here and then a booked call down here. You've synthesized this process into a simple protocol that they can literally just use on repeat. It should literally be a cycle where they can just use it on repeat, all right? From there, you need to understand where to actually hire a good appointment setter. Most people will tell you to post a story, to go on Upwork, or to do it through your network. When it comes to posting a story, what you have to understand is there are so many setters on Instagram trying to land a role because of these people on YouTube making YouTube content, and the vast majority of these setters, because trust me, I've tried, just aren't talented. And so most setters you get through Instagram, they're new to the game, they're not talented, and they've just came right off the back of a YouTube video, and they're probably let's be honest, gonna quit in the entire setting space in a couple weeks if they don't land a role. From there, you have Upwork. The problem with Upwork is that it's not from there's not a lot of first world country people, and when it comes to setting, you need people from first world countries, and it's because first world country people speak like first world country people speak. And we're trying to sell to these people. So the best way to sell to these people is to have someone who already talks like them, who already understands how they communicate. And that's why Upwork, where there's a lot of people in third world countries, it's not a good option, because yes, they can show up, yes, they can work hard, but an American speaking to an American is much different to an American speaking to a foreigner, and so on and so forth. So you really need to hire people from the place that you're actually trying to sell to. From there, network's cool and all. I've just personally found it really slow, and a lot of the time these people have other good roles that they are getting offered, so it's pretty hard for them to just start out on something from scratch. What I would suggest, and what I use for all my coaching clients, is to use a private setting recruitment partner. So it's basically just a person. It's actually one of my clients, Julius. We scaled him from 5K a month. His setting coaching program, we scaled him from 5K a month to 50K now a month. in literally like a month with coaching appointment setters. And so he's doing that. He's signing all these appointment setters, and his training, his protocol takes these strangers who are bad at setting and turns them into good appointment setters. And so you can literally tap into all the clients he's getting from my work and these people who are getting trained into appointment setters. So if you want me to introduce you to Julius, just message me on Instagram about what you guys are running, and I could probably introduce you if it makes sense. From there, you should run an interview call. You should interview at least 3 appointment setters. How long have they been setting for? That's something you need to ask them. So you need to determine how long they've been setting for. Needs to be a minimum of 3 months. Otherwise, they just don't have enough skin in the game. How many calls they're booking per day. If they say they're not booking per day, immediately cut them off. They need to be booking at the very least 1 to 2 per day. 2+ is optimal. From there, you want to ask them to show some of their conversations, and you need to review them, and it needs to literally sound like you, or not exactly like you, but it can't sound like GPT. If it sounds like GPT, get off the call right there and then. And if it's low frame, low authority, get off the call right there and then. Now you're going to take the best appointment setter from that, and you're going to run the onboarding call, where you're going to show them the setting flow. You're going to run through the expectations. You're going to set up the tracking system. Once again, DM on Instagram if you want this board. I've actually put in like our tracking system right here, which you could just copy and use and, you know, walk the setter through. And then you want to run through the expectations. So how many opener messages they need to send per day. Now they should be setting a minimum of 30 to 40 of these per day minimum. They need to be tracking in this tracking sheet every single day. In this one right here, they need to send end of day and morning reports. Now the reports are in here, but it's basically just a summary of how many messages they sent that day, how the day was, and then the morning report is like what they want to do that day. And you need to make it clear that the commission is 5%. From there, that's exactly how you hire an appointment setter. It's not that complicated. You can honestly do this in like a day if you wanted to, 1 to 2 days if you really needed a setter in a pinch. So subscribe for more daily videos like these, and feel free to DM me on Instagram at Videos with Liam. I'll put the link in like the description. I'm not trying to sell you anything, but it's always good to, you know, have conversations with other entrepreneurs, other people in the space who are doing the same thing or similar things. So yeah, DM me on Instagram if you want me to send you the board with all these free assets. I'm not going to charge you anything for it, but see you on the next one. Peace. Subscribe.